When I was younger, I was egotistical and had a few selective gamer friends. In middle school, I don't even really remember anything, but I remember one thing was that I was just heavily invested into gaming and it was a lot more prevalent than before. And I think later in my high school years, my confidence level was just really reduced. Like, were these my friends or am I just being a tool for entertainment? And I just felt like an outsider. Even for the people that I trusted, it just felt very uncertain. And now in university, it's like, sure, I've learned a little bit, but it just sort of feels like the same conditioning. Am I even happy? Do I know myself? I try to break my social bubbles or just out of my comfort zones and try new things, but mentally, I just really can't keep up. It's kind of exhausting at times. Sometimes, even the things that I once enjoyed and thought nothing of suddenly become so heavy, and all I feel is stress is pressure. Am I really meant for anything in this world? All I am is good as getting distracted or lying to myself. Do I continue lying? It's not as if society awards being honest. It's all fucked up. You're either too safe and boring or no one likes you. So which one do you pick? Why, when is it nighttime? I can only think then. When depressing thoughts come back, why is it then when I can think? My head is programmed / scheduled then. What if none of this is a discovery phase, but rather something permanent with myself due to my shortcomings? I keep telling myself that unless if there's an absolute reason to give up, I won't. But all of that just feels like an excuse to keep going. The idea of eternal rest sounds a lot more calming. I have too many ideas and ambitions, and all of it with me being unable to communicate with myself just causes suffocation inside me internally. Whether it be focusing the larger picture of what's actually important to my future, my feelings override all sense of logic. My thoughts always win, and I can't control my mind, and my brain doesn't respond to my head because the pilot's dead. I'm happy with some of the experiences I've gained from gaming, but aside from that, I just feel so isolated in the world, and for what? Just over prioritize it despite trying to change. Pop culture, drugs, sex, relationships. I just feel so ignorant and one-dimensional, a spectator to my own world. And again, I said I wouldn't give up, but at a certain point, why even bother? Should I be retarded forever? Should I cope forever? In this never-ending feedback loop, I can't even cry or feel thanks to my stupidity. The porn. All of the feelings of pleasure to just escape pain. You're not adding anything, you just continue to rot. The ADHD mind seeks pleasure, interest to escape. Nothing but career where I suffer and try to not be labeled as lazy. It hurts, it's not that I want to. It's not that I want to, it's that I'm mentally not intelligent enough to follow through and do my commands as told due to my deficiencies. You liar. Counseling is not forever. It's a short-term solution. Pediatricians cost way too much, and there's always withdrawal medicine, so what the fuck? Am I gonna remain like this forever? Others have to deal with so much. Here I am only complaining about myself. What do I want? Is there happiness to be found so easily, or will I undermine it? Happiness is not everything. Contentment is fine, but I just want to relax. I want security, and my emotional regression continues to halter me. Keep on. You're doing your role well. Am I? I really don't know. I don't care, so I need to be gifted. What I don't like is being disabled. Just keep smiling. Just keep going. Smile and make sure everything's okay. Until the relapse, everything that happens is okay. Do I want friends? But all I feel is loneliness and it's tiring. And I can never commit to these friendships or I just fuck it up. Those were my general January messages. This was 2 days ago last night. As I turn 20 years old, I have so much uncertainty of like my ability, my intelligence, willpower, my self-worth, my career. It's kind of like a identity crisis, honestly. What does 20 even look like? The stage and before after you become an adult. Honestly, it's been so hard. All of it's been happening so fast without me even to catch my breath. You know, I would say comparing to my first semester and just how I felt towards like negativity and overall toxicity towards myself. I feel in a lot of ways a lot more different from my first semester because I was focusing so much on medicine back then. I was so reason oriented, or at least I could think so much more intelligently because of the methamphetamine Concerta I was taking, and that would actually allow me to like feel like I was functioning properly. But in some other ways, it really fucked me up as well. So I don't know what I even want if I want to go back to it. But nowadays, thankfully, I'm picking my way of doing school has been a little bit easier. I don't know. Or maybe the classes, I'm not really sure. But nowadays, it's like I could barely do much each day. And that's not even just like school oriented. It can just be like fucking anything because I just keep getting sidetracked. Not I want to, but it's so hard to just lock in and just focus. Yes, I limit my distractions. It's just natural, but I don't really know if I want to go back to it. I had this shitty psychiatrist for so long, and that's the only person I had to get proper medication, which is why I'm so uncertain to get a new one, but also just if the new ones will even have these type of symptoms or what even I have. I have these moments of like depression and stuff like that, and overall, I'm very thankful nowadays to have at least this friend group going into my second year of university. That's all I really wanted, to just not feel like a puppet and just masking my emotions to be someone else. Because now I feel like I actually have some people I can be happy with. And in that sense, I won, and I'm happy about that. Again, this is just a quarterly crisis, I would say. This is what the titles of the videos would be called. Don't take any of this too seriously. This is hopefully just growing pains. And I wanted to publicize this mainly just so I can just show my vulnerability to anyone else going through like their 20s. I'm not really sure how to feel. There's some things that are, to me, some things that might be universal, but yeah, that's pretty much all I want to really talk about, honestly. Just my thoughts of January and some other thoughts I had just throughout recently. So yeah, my birthday was yesterday, so happy birthday me, happy 20th, and to adulthood we go, I guess. Yeah, very uncertain.